If you are a startup founder or dreaming of creating a groundbreaking product, you landed on the right video at the right time. You are about to watch video that takes you to the journey to ensure your startup idea actually fits the market and it's not just a gas filled with a party. If you are a startup founder or dreaming of creating a groundbreaking product, take a moment to assess. Does your idea actually fit the market? Product market fit isn't just a buzzword from the MBA classes. It's essential for anyone embarking on the startup journey. Too often we get swept away by our vision, convinced our product will revolutionize the industry. But what if the problem you are trying to solve doesn't even exist? Or it's not just significant enough for people to pay for? Understanding this distinction is crucial before you dive in. Also, product market fit is not a single step to validate your idea, but it's a journey to validate and improvise your idea and hence business. Execute the idea, take the feedback, and iterate. Let's break down each step in depth. Step 1. Problem validation. This is the foundation. Before you even think about building a product, you need to understand the problem you are solving. But just saying, yeah, this is an issue isn't enough. First, try to write down the problem statement in the simple possible language in maximum 2 lines. Then talk to the real people who experience this problem. Ask probing question. Does the problem truly exist? If it does, how big is it? How are people dealing with it now? Is it a daily frustration or an occasional inconvenience? And beyond just recognizing the problem, think about your potential solution. What value will it add to their lives? Will it fully solve their issue or just a part of it? And is technically possible to build at this stage? This phase is critical because it sets the direction for everything you need to do next. Too many startups skip this and pay for it later. Step 2. Building your minimum viable product, MVP. Now, once you are confident there are real problems to solve, it's a time to build. But before that, write down the solution or the product idea in the simplest possible language in maximum 2 lines and see if it makes sense now. If yes, then let's start building MVP. Here doesn't aim for perfection. The MVP should be the simplest version of your product that addresses the core problem. And see, it doesn't have to be polished or feature-rich. Think of it as a test product. You are looking for the functionality over flair, just enough to put it in the user's hand to get the honest reaction. For instance, if you are creating a productivity tool, don't spend months building every single feature. You want it to have focus on 1 or 2 key features that truly address the core problem, then put it out there. Remember, the MVP is just a starting point. It's not meant to be a perfect. It's meant to get the feedback. Step 3. Gather honest feedback. Now comes one of the most important part. Understanding how people actually use your product. Often user will surprise you. Maybe they don't use a feature the way you intended, or perhaps they find something confusing. Your job here is to observe and listen without bias. Look at their behavior and ask questions. Are users coming back after their first experience? Are they recommending it to the others? If the initial feedback is lukewarm, don't ignore it. Dig into why people aren't fully engaged. Look for the pain points. Identify the features they wish they had. And assess whether your solution is actually making their life easier. Honest feedback might be tough to hear, but it's what helps you make a product that people love, not just tolerate. Step 4. Iterate and refine based on the feedback. Once you have the feedback, the next step is to refine. This is where you start making adjustments based on the real-world usage and insights. Iteration is a key because even the best initial product will have the room for improvement. Use the feedback to make changes and roll out updates that reflect what users actually need. For example, if users consistently say they want a simpler onboarding process, or if they find certain features confusing, prioritize fixing those things. Iteration is where you fine-tune the product until it's not only usable but enjoyable. A good rule of thumb: if you have to explain how the feature works, it's probably too complicated. Step 5. Look for traction and the signs of the product market fit. So how do you know if you are reaching to the product market fit? Look for an organic growth signs. Are new users signing up because they heard about your product from others? Are people using it regularly? Are they returning without much prompting from you? These are the indicators that your product has started to gain traction. Product market fit isn't always a clear moment, it's more like a gradual tipping point. You will notice an increase in retention rate, more organic word of mouth referrals, and steady rise in demand. This is where the things get exciting because your product has moved from being an idea to become a solution people genuinely value. Step 6. In next step, be super careful. Scaling carefully. Once you are confident that you hit the product market fit, the temptation will be to grow as fast as possible. But remember, scaling too quickly can lead to a quality issue and the customer dissatisfaction. It's better to scale at a pace that let you maintain the quality your users expect. At this stage, focus on reinforcing the part of your product that are working well, optimizing the processes, and continuing to gather user insights to improve the experience as you grow. If you're not there yet, that's completely normal. Finding product market fit is a journey, and for most startups, it takes time, testing, and continuous learning. But once they hit that sweet spot, everything starts to click. And that's the magic of product market fit. Once you find it, you are not just creating a product, you are creating something people love and value. So if you are serious about reaching product market fit, remember, it's not a destination. It's a continuous process of learning, adjusting, and growing.